Hey there, hope y'all are doing really well. I wanted to go ahead and do a quick unboxing. This is so cool. I'm so happy to get this. This is the Casabrews mobile coffee kit. This thing is really cool. I'm going to go ahead. I have my Casabrews 4700. Let me just move my portafilter right out of the way here so I can go ahead and show you guys this. I am crazy excited. I really love things like an AeroPress. I take my AeroPress everywhere I go, so I was kind of really super excited when Casabrews put this out. So this is my first impressions. I'm showing you guys this for the absolute first time, haven't opened it up at all. So let's get started. Oh wow, super cool. Look at that. You got a nice travel bag. Got your manual here. I'm gonna set that aside. Okay, let's get this opened up. Wow, so this is the brew chamber. Got your Casabrews logo right there. Oh, that's really cool. I heard this thing holds 3 K-cups. I don't use a lot of K-cups, but my family does. I have a K-cup machine for my son, so he's actually asked dibs on this. So definitely cool. Set that aside here. It has its own mug. And then, yes, the bag looks like, it kind of looks like it's possibly going to be thermal rated. It definitely has some type of protective interior. Again, I don't know if it's a thermal bag, but still super cool. Definitely feels really good quality. And here is the top for the mug. And then of course, this is a really neat system from what I'm looking at. Ooh, that dropped out. I'll pick it up in a sec here. Here is the actual travel mug, and it looks like the K-cup goes right on top. Later on, I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And it basically filters down. There's a little pin prick there that pricks the device, basically, and your coffee goes right in there. And you put your hot water and brew chamber and poof, push it down. So this is really cool. I'm super excited. I'm going to go ahead and get this washed up a little bit because it's my first time use. I'm going to brew up some coffee, but this is definitely really exciting. I take my coffee very serious. I have a home coffee setup that I really try to find things that are good budget-wise, and I'm a coffee geek, so I was just really excited. Like I said, I use my AeroPress quite a lot. So I was already kind of familiar with the concept, but what I kind of like about this more than anything is that you can use those K-cups. Like I said, my son, my wife, they use K-cups for tea and coffee, and this would just be a nice thing, especially if we're going to be taking some camping trips or on the road, and I could kind of get my son into coffee making more. So I'm excited. This thing's really cool. All right, let's go ahead and give this thing a shot. I'm super excited to try this out. Again, this is the Casabrews Explorer, and I got my goodie bag to the side here. So the cool thing that I was hearing about with this is that, so when you do your traveling, that's an important thing, that you're able to make sure that you could take your stuff where you go, take your coffee where you go. The cool thing is, check this out. The K-cups actually fit right there. It actually fits 3. And on the bottom, I'll show you in a sec, is actually the reusable K-cup system. So that's pretty cool. You could easily just put this little rubber gasket over the top, and well, bam! You got some traveling coffee with you, so that's pretty cool. I'm using my Casabrews 4700 for water today. Love this machine, especially if you're like me. It's kind of hard to not directly compare this to an AeroPress. So because I am a big AeroPress person. I love my AeroPress. But this is definitely more for the folks who are really into the K-Cups and I don't want to K-Cup ecosystem, but basically that's really what you're looking at. What the difference is between something like the AeroPress is that it's not just like a direct, you pour the coffee in and go there. I'm actually going to show you really quick. It's actually a good point. I'll show you the reusable K-Cup system. So it's super easy. It comes with this right in the box. It comes with this metal, basically kind of like a K-Cup ground holder. And I'm going to show you all this in just a minute. I'm going to make my own coffee like I always do. Grind my own coffee, put it in here, and then we'll try that out. But first, the biggest thing is the actual K-Cup. So we're going to do that right now. So, ooh, that's awesome. Basically, here's your chamber that you're going to fill with water. I'm going to set that aside. And you do use the travel cup with it. Now, I know that sounds weird, but like I mentioned, those folks who are going to be into this might be into something like an AeroPress, and that's kind of a use your own cup. This cup is specifically designed to fit this bottom piece here, which is really crucial to how it works. So definitely, you know, it's kind of its own ecosystem. It's its own thing. So what you do is you go ahead and you put your K-Cup. This is my son's coffee brand. And you go ahead and put this on top. And it's actually going to pierce the K-Cup. So you can hear it's been pierced. And everything looks good. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and get some water over here. I'm thinking I'm going to start off with 8 ounces because typically with a K-Cup it is 8 ounces that you would do. Move my portafilter, my Casabrews portafilter here. Just get some more room. And got it on the hot setting. Probably 6 to 8 ounces for a K-Cup. It's just read the instructions as far as what it recommends. I think I'll probably stop a little bit over 6. All right. That's the thing, you know, when you're doing your own coffee, you know, using your own coffee, you can make it a little stronger. But this is a K-Cup, and I know that with this particular K-Cup, you know, it's about making sure it's the right amount in there. So this is really easy. This is the very easy part. So you just take the plunger, put the plunger up top. Now remember that the water's not sitting on the coffee ground, so this is not like there's like a brew time. So it's kind of just push it through. Listen to that magic. Oh, it's so cool seeing the water go through the chamber. Nice. Super easy. Super easy. Okay. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that beautiful steam. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just set that aside right here. And here is the coffee. Isn't that awesome? So now you got a travel mug, super easy. You know, if you're on the go, if you're camping, and then of course they have the travel top here, so you know I could keep my coffee nice and hot and on the go. Let's give this a little taste. Yep. Yeah, so here's the thing. Your coffee's going to taste just as good as the coffee you use. And it's no diss to the machine. I really like this, but it's super convenient and all that good stuff. But this coffee is not my favorite. Yeah, not my favorite coffee. This is my son's coffee. This is like diner store coffee. Okay. Y'all, I can't help it. I'm a little bit of a coffee snob. But this is the best part. Let me just show you. This is why, if you're interested in this, this is what this is for. Let me just show you. So look how easy this is, okay? There's no mess. It's simple. I really don't have to worry about cleanup. I'm maybe gonna pat that down. And look, I just take the K-cup out. It's done. It's over. No moss. And look, there's not even really anything to clean up. Like I said, I pat it down a bit. Be careful. In here there is a little poker that pokes the K-cup. So just be careful of that. But I mean, here we go. I'm on the go. No mess. I could do this in a car. I could do this in a plane. It's all good. You know, it's not really that difficult. That's exactly what this is for. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grind some beans really quick and show you all kind of how to use the other thing. So let me go ahead and get that going. But yeah, seriously, super easy to use. Very, very easy. Okay, just that simple. Okay, so anybody who's watched my channel before knows that I am a big coffee geek. I love making coffee. I love making espresso. You really, a good tool, your best tool is your coffee scale. And you want to make sure that anytime you're making scale, that they're, and listen to me, making coffee, you're making scale. Goodness gracious. You want to be able to use good coffee, you know? There's just no other way to say it. Today, I'm going to use, since I'm doing the K-Cup thing, I'm actually going to use the Happy brand. This is a brand owned by Mr. Ironman himself. But one of the kind of tricks I do, sometimes I put my portafilter and I fill it up with beans. And I really don't know how many beans, ounce-wise, I should put in here. So I don't want to overfill it, but I do. Basically, I'm just dipping it right down into the Happy Coffee little box here. And I'm going to see, it's a good way to kind of measure out, you know, how much beans I should use. And let's measure out how many actual grams it is. So I have my scale tiered out here. Okay. So that's about 13.6 grams. I know with a K-Cup that could be like 6 grams of coffee. It's really not a lot. So the cool thing about using your own coffee and doing this route is I guarantee you're going to have a better coffee experience. You can control the type of coffee you're making. And this, if anything, is going to be similar to what like an AeroPress is, like that type of experience. Also, the biggest thing is you can use your own grinder and make sure you're grinding it the way you want to. The exact coarseness, how fine you want it to be, and all that good stuff. You know, you can control that. I'm actually going to grind this. I'm going to try it first. I hope I don't choke it. But basically, I'm going to grind this kind of like espresso style type grind. And I'm going to see how that works out. If I need to change the grind size, I could definitely go coarser. I have a grinder over here that works perfect for that. But I am a coffee nut. I love what Casabrews does. So, you know, that's kind of the big thing. My son has already asked me if he could have dibs on this portable system. So that's pretty cool. I might let him have it because we're kind of, you know, that coffee nut type, but he's kind of, let's keep it simple. I like it because when he uses the K-Cups, he doesn't eat grounds everywhere. He's a teenager, y'all. All right, I have my grinder all good to go. And let's see how this thing is with fresh beans. Look at how pretty that is. That's awesome, right? Okay. And let's go ahead and get some grounds in there. I just want to make sure I had it cleaned. nice and ready to go. I did wash everything down before I'm using it. So here's the difference. There actually, I'll tell you guys right now, there are little funnels for these K-cup fillers, and believe it or not, there's tampers. Not that you would go ahead and tamp something like this. It's not really the effect that you want to get. This is not espresso. Let me say that again. This is not making espresso. And look, even right now, like I said, I don't really want to tamp this. I don't want to fill it to a capacity that it shouldn't be at. And I actually have a little bit here left over. So I'm just going to set that aside and use it another way. But I definitely don't want to overfill it. So right now it's basically at the max capacity. So that is good to go. That was super easy. Definitely easy. Okay. And let's just get this thing out. Let's do it one more time. This is so easy. That's the one thing I really dig about this. Is it's a very forget it type system. You know, I don't think you really need to be a big coffee nerd. Look, here, let me show this one more time. So it's just that simple. Put it right in here. Boom, you're done. Put this up top. There's not a hole that needs to be pressed because it's already there. Okay. I might shoot this one more time where I go ahead and get the water, or the actual coffee, poured into a clear container, just so y'all can see that. But let's get this filled up. And I want to fill this kind of similar, maybe like 6 ounces, because I'm looking for a stronger cup of coffee. That's the whole point. Because I want coffee the way I want coffee. I'm not going to make my coffee based on the K-cup. Y'all, this is the morning for me. I'm starting my day. This is actually the first coffee I've had, so I need good coffee. It's okay if I go over a little bit, but I think 6 ounces is right about there. Yep, pretty close to right on the money. Let's go ahead and put this in here. And just showing you everything. Putting the plunger right in. You can already hear it. All right, let's get this thing plunged. So cool seeing the water go through it. And unlike the other one, I could actually see the water kind of mixing with the coffee itself. I'm actually trying to go kind of light in my press. I don't want to push it completely through because, again, this isn't a K-cup. This is my own coffee. But boy, wasn't that easy and simple? There we go. Everything is pushed to the chamber. Let's take a look and see how we did. Wow. Set that aside here. What a difference in coffee. What a difference in coffee. We go to give us a little smell here. Oh, it smells delicious. Definitely smells delicious. Oh, what a difference. Oh my goodness. This is actually a cup of coffee I'm going to drink. Again, it's no diss to this. It's the fact that wasn't... in the K-cup. Yeah, that's good. Definitely good. So I definitely would recommend this. And this is more, like I said, if you are already a K-cup user, your family is K-cup users, that's how you want to do it. You like it simple, and there's not anything wrong with simple. I remember I've kind of been into photography my whole life. And I remember one of my professors saying to me, it's the best camera is the camera you have on you. And that's the truth. And sometimes, look at that. I just want to show you guys what the inside of what that looks like. And it's kind of like looking at a K-cup. So for me, I'm literally just going to put it in my knock box. See how easy that was? just like I was putting out my basket. But yeah, my professor would say to me, it's really about the camera you have on you. And the truth is, sometimes I have taken way better photos with my iPhone than I ever did with my SLR camera or any of my cameras, because I happen to have it in the right moment. Sometimes it's about making your life easier and all that, and not so complicated. And the truth is, if you want good coffee like this is an easy, simple route. If you have a teenager in the house, if you have a loved one who's not a coffee geek like yourself or me, this might be a good, simple way for them to enjoy some good, fresh coffee. So I dig it. I dig it. I'm going to go ahead and try it one more time, but we're going to try this with showing without this cup, just so you guys can see what that's like. Hey everybody, thanks so much. Remember to like and subscribe if you like content like this, but here's going to be the last part. Just because I am a coffee nerd, I'm going to go ahead and do a comparison to the AeroPress, and I'm going to go ahead and push through some coffee, do a pull, so to speak. So I'm going to use a clear bottom cup so you can see what that's like with the coffee coming out and all that good stuff. You know what? I love AeroPress, and I've been using them for quite some time now. And it's kind of one of those things I thought, you know what? If you're looking at this, you might be looking at the two. I actually hope that if you get one of these, you might already have an AeroPress, be a coffee nerd like me. AeroPress makes this really, look at this cool puck that just came out with that. They're just really good for on the go, and especially if you want to use your own coffee. But the truth is, and you can see what I'm doing here, there could be, you know, it could be a lot of cleanup. And if you're not a coffee person, but you still want your coffee, you know, someone like my son or my wife, this would be the better way to go. The other thing that I think is really cool is that because it can use K-Cups, my wife is a huge tea drinker, and sometimes her Twinings tea, if we're on the go, this might be a really good thing. A lot of hotel rooms have K-Cup systems and all that, and this might be a good thing for us. So I'm going to go ahead and get this kind of ready. Now, this is not what the manufacturer recommends, so making sure you understand that. I'm kind of doing this my own goofy way because I want to do it for you guys. You know, for science, for the coffee science. I went ahead and put a little more of the same coffee, same grind size, everything into here, because I kind of wanted to have a good comparison. And I'm going to be using the same coffee beans. Oh boy. There we go. Nice and packed. Oh, I don't want this to fall. Here. I'm going to be using the same coffee beans in the AeroPress. Sometimes you got to shift it around a little bit. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this filled up again. Like I said, I'm not doing tamping. This is not espresso. This is the same concepts. Look at me making a mess. Like if you were doing kind of a pour over. There we go. I think that's about good. Just want to make sure it is even. I'm giving myself the best results possible. And I did mention there is a lot of little tools for filling these K-Cups, because a lot of people do their own K-Cups, which is cool. You know, think about it. You could have this thing preloaded, ready to go, and if you're traveling, you put your 3 K-Cups in there, you have your pre-filled one. If there's a good K-Cup brand you do like, then awesome. Ooh, got water all over me. Okay, so I'm going to put that right here, set that aside, and then I'm going to go ahead and get my AeroPress ready to, and I'll do them head-to-head versus. The truth is, like I mentioned, this this isn't really a versus thing, but it's a good comparison. If you're kind of wondering, should you get it? Okay, so I actually use with my AeroPress a cap. So I use a pressurized cap. I have a filter. This is one of the things I do like with the AeroPress. You kind of have some of that in there. Okay. And make sure that's tight. Have my coffee grounds. And again, I'm not using a whole lot of coffee, but it's very similar. It's basically, I just split it in two as far as the grounds, all that good stuff. And I'm going to be, so I'm not going to be using a lot of water this time. So I'm thinking probably 4 ounces of that. Okay. I want it to be kind of fair, so. Love my Casabrews 4700. I just love how it has that water you put right on the, basically use it to make water, tea, all that good stuff. All right, and as soon as it's hot, I'm going to put another, basically very similar size amount of water into my AeroPress. Okay, again, trying to do pretty similar in comparison with the water. Okay, so look at that. Dual head-to-head. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our coffee pressed. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I am not using the Casabrews cup. This is my own cup. I know it's obvious, but I'm just saying it's not what they tend manufacturer-wise. Nice dark coffee. This is awesome. Again, so easy, so easy, so easy. Put that aside, and let's do the AeroPress next. Got my plunger. I'll lower it down just a tiny bit so y'all can see this. And here we go. It's pressing through the full bed of coffee. It's not, in a little container, so it's a kind of more that traditional coffee bed. Love the little puck it makes at the end. And I've already, for this cup, I've already put pretty much the maximum amount ounce-wise. So I don't want to blow this cup out, but I just want to show you. And this is a good comparison. Okay. Set this to the side here. So here are my 2 cups of coffee, one made with the AeroPress on the right. I go ahead and give this a try. Just because this is something I'm very familiar with. Very good. Very good. Clean, tasty, good coffee. Give this a taste. This is the Casabrews. Clean, tasty, good coffee. It's the same coffee. This is a very similar experience. I think it's just how you do it and, giving yourself kind of that ease of use. That's kind of the big thing when you're looking at this. I mean, take a look at the coffees. Pretty similar. Tastes very similar. it really just comes down to your preferred method of madness. That's the best way to put it. This is a very easy cleanup, and if I'm on the go, this is a really cool thing. I mean, look at that. It's just that simple. You know, I go ahead and take the coffee out, and it's just like changing out, you know, a coffee basket from my portafilter. I mean, it's just easy. Take it over here, open the lid, knock it out. Just simple, just like I would anything else. And then, you know, AeroPress, very similar. The AeroPress, I have some liquid in it. I'm going to push out the liquid. But anyway, y'all, I think this is really cool. I definitely see who this is for. This is for the busy traveler. This is for the folks, you know, like I said, with a teenager, you have someone that really loves K-Cups and adores it. That's a great thing to do. If you want to use your own coffee, it's super easy. You know, I would love to have this in an RV or a camping trip. Love to have this with me when I travel. You know, or for my wife, maybe I'll bring this and this will be the designated tea coffee maker for her. And then I'll have my own, you know, because I'm a geek like that. But yeah, I dig it. This thing is pretty cool. I definitely appreciate you watching. Again, you are watching Faith and Coffee Bean. My name is Tony. This is a new channel, so I definitely appreciate the coffee love. So remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment below if there's some crazy, you know, recommendation and cool thing you want to tell me on something to do. I am really open to that, y'all. This channel is about me connecting with the community and hanging out with a lot of coffee geeks. You can also follow me on Instagram. I love when folks reach out to me there. You know, it definitely say, hey, Tony, I'm watching you on YouTube or something like that. Because that's just cool, you know, I dig that. And I also learn a lot. I have a lot of folks that I've been meeting, and there's a lot of really cool YouTube channels and Instagram pages when it comes to coffee, you know, coffee Reddits and all that good stuff. So y'all, do yourself a favor, watch more YouTube, watch more coffee, people. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Thanks so much, and you have a great day, okay?